What are we?
What are we?
Welcome to the Dear Love and Lust podcast. I am your male host, Jumaine Maine Event Brown, alongside your woman host, Shavina Bklyn Shay Richardson.
Hello.
How are you?
Hi. I'm great. How are you?
I'm all right. I'm not great, but I'm all right. I'll be great.
You sure will. You sure will. You hear this? Dear Love and Lust. He will be great. I'm just going to fill up and top mine off. There we go.
Top it off.
Top it off. Okay. So, it's so good to see you.
Yes.
You know, different side of the room again.
Yep.
Here at the headquarters of H.E.R. So, for the people who don't
You
know.
look so tiny over there on the screen.
Like, I'm losing weight type of tiny? Like, what are we working with?
A little bit of both.
A little bit of both? Okay, I appreciate you. Likewise. It's been a minute. I haven't seen you, man.
Yeah, somebody's been on airplanes and, in other areas that are not 518.
Nope. I have not been here, and it's been great.
I'm jealous. It's all good.
Don't be. We supposed to take a trip together, I do believe, okay? So we
are?
should be.
Look at her face.
Look at that face. Did you see the face? I hope you caught it, okay?
Yes,
because I'm like, you know what, man? I'm tired of you. All right? Y'all ain't, did you upload the last episode 16?
Yeah.
The full episode?
Yeah.
I ain't see it. I saw highlights. I still kept seeing highlights. I ain't see the full episode yet.
It's on the website.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see you tag me in it.
Mm-hmm.
You did? Prove me wrong.
You always want me to prove you wrong. And
I
every
do.
time I do, you never come back on and say,
Do I say
yes,
sorry?
He proved me wrong.
I'm going to say it this time.
You say it's sorry to me.
Yeah, I'm going to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, man. Just in case.
Exactly.
Just in case, okay? But we are here at Dear Love and Lust, all right? And this is episode number 17. And I just wanted Maine to pretty much tell you guys, for those who are new listeners and so forth, who are you? What is it that you do? And, how'd you make all this happen? What's going on?
So I am Jumaine Maine Event Brown from Albany, New York. I am an event promoter. I am a photographer. I am now also a DJ and a single divorced dad. I do a lot of things, wear a lot of hats. I'm wearing a So Albany hat. Shout out to Justin Dinkins
Absolutely.
and his crew today. And now we're about to start the Dear Love and Lust podcast, episode 17. What are we? But before we say what are we, who are you, Shay?
That's a full loaded question, but just in short, I am also a single divorcee, poet, professionally social worker, and I do a lot in the community with Her Temple Monologues. We are at the headquarters here. Spoken word poetry, fundraising, all type of that good stuff. And then with United Sisters of New York, we give out scholarships and different things in the community. And today, it's the reason I'm a little bit dressed up. We gave out some awards yesterday and today. So that went very well. And we have some words behind me by some of the people that came and signed the wall and were here. And it was beautiful. It
Nice.
was a great look.
Nice.
So, just a community, advocate type thing, I like to say. Humanitarian at heart. But I love to create. And that's who I be, and that's who I am. And I am honored to be here because Maine asked me to be a part of this wonderful podcast. And I'm enjoying myself. 17 episodes later. Yes. So.
It's almost like season 2.
So it is.
3 more episodes. We get to 20, then we'll do there'll be a season 2.
Okay. And I'm very excited about what we got going on here. Hold on.
Yes, we got a few things going on. Just to let you know, the Dear Love and Lust podcast shares perspectives from both a man, myself, and a woman, Bklyn Shay, in response to submitted anonymous questions regarding love, sex, and relationships. And there will be a couple various topics discussed as well. So, you want to start off with question number 1?
He just said, just dive right on in. Let's just get it, okay? All right. So, question number 1. Here we go. Dear Love and Lust, I have been dealing with this man for about 7 months, and this is coming from Mrs. Trying Not to Ruin a Good Thing. All right? We have been cool, we vibe, we connect. There's no drama or BS so far. I waited 3 months, 90 days before we were intimate, and was greatly pleased that my wait didn't lead to disappointment. Okay, sister. We have fun. My question is, even though we hang out all the time and apparently are exclusive sexual partners, he has never asked me to be his girlfriend. Damn. We haven't had the discussion to define what our relationship is, but it's going so well that I'm almost afraid to ask. I've been there. Should I ask? What should I do? What are we? Miss Trying Not to Ruin a Good Thing. Oh my gosh. I have been here. I've been here in this seat. And this is the seat that doesn't feel good at all. But here's what I would say.
So why doesn't it feel good if everything's going good?
It doesn't feel good to be in a place of limbo. This is like prior to me coming into my spirituality. So prior to coming to my spirituality, I was more so like, just like what she said, very laid back, just going with the flow. I would never, ever have said that we are exclusive sexual partners, because you just never know. All right? As long as you're protecting yourself.
I think her assumption is because they spend so much time together. It's kind of hard to figure out when
somebody is stepping out. But apparently people make a way always.
Yes, as one of my homegirls says, it only takes 2 to 5 minutes.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So people can do that if they just, hands down, just fucking somebody, okay? But if they're really vibing like you guys vibe, then, that would be that. But getting back to what I would say to at least one of the parts here. Okay, because she sure enough is asking about like 3 separate questions. Should I ask? What should I do? And what are we? Okay, so I think you personally should choose you and not wait for him to pick and choose you. That's personally what I particularly think. And I say that meaning that self-love is the best love. And if you don't open your mouth and define what you really want, you're always going to be questioning what it really should be, and as adults, you should feel comfortable enough, if you're comfortable enough to lay down with the person, to bring it to the table when feeling that, yes, okay, there's a fear that you might ruin a good thing, but if it gets ruined, or if you asking the question, then it shouldn't necessarily hold weight. That means that it wasn't worth it to begin with. So find out where you stand at and be comfortable in the skin that you are in, and knowing that what might be removed will be opening the doors for something way better than you could even fathom. So don't be scared to somewhat lose a good thing.
Now that was Brooklyn Shay's perspective. Mine is a little bit different. You're enjoying yourself. He's enjoying yourself. You are actually getting the actions that you want out of the situation, and you feel that it is more than necessary to have words spoken to you when the actions have been speaking loud and clear on a regular basis. Now, you can put your head down all you want.
You mean the title you're talking about? The title.
But here's the thing. Your answer is what you are. You're in a intimate sexual relationship.
Yep.
That's what's happening. That's the actions of what's going on. What I tend to notice, especially with some women, they have watched other people. They have watched TV shows. They have watched rom-coms. And they don't understand how much influences those other things have had on them, to the point where they feel because a person has not actually said a word or a few words or a sentence, that it invalidates the whole relationship. That is actually going well, according to what she's saying. Now, I see your face, and you're making all your faces.
I'm just listening because I'm learning to listen more than respond. How about that? So I'm listening.
Okay.
My face might be speaking, but I'm not saying anything just yet. My nonverbals are huge right now. I know, but you just keep on talking, so I can just pick up.
Here's the thing. The fact that she's thinking, and just that her name, don't want to ruin a good thing. Your gut is already telling you by asking this, you're going to create issues that you didn't actually have.
Why? And that's the question. Why? Why would that? Because if you call yourself a grown adult, a person, then you should be open to understanding someone wants to know where it's going. Go for it.
Okay. Maybe this particular gentleman has tried to do that other way, and it always has backfired on him. So maybe there is some traumatic fear going on in this young man or older man or whatever year this man may be, where he feels it's better to let his actions speak and let things flow than to start putting labels and titles on things with words, because he's had bad experience by doing that. Just a thought. Just sharing. Now, you can respond with your thoughts. Don't sit there being quiet and just talking about, oh, I'm just listening.
Should I ask? Yes, you should ask. Okay?
That's it? That's all you gotta say?
Nope. Excuse me. I'm still gonna go on.
Okay. Camera's on you. Go.
That's wonderful. What should I do? Choose you. Speak. Ask. Or forever hold your peace. What are we? As Maine said, you are active sexual partners. You are actually in a relationship. So if you're looking for a relationship, he was right. You are in one. Okay? You just happen to be one that doesn't define you as the woman, not necessarily girlfriend, but the woman that you would like to be labeled and exclusive in his life. So it seems like that since you feel you have an exclusive sexual relationship, that you should ask the question, are we going to be fully exclusive with each other wholeheartedly? Because those are the words that you probably want the answers to, not necessarily the title. Because if you are choosing to be exclusive with someone in all aspects, meaning you're not dating anyone else, he's not dating anyone else, and you guys are coming together on one accord, then it's going to be very clear that you are his woman, okay? Not his girlfriend, his woman. And if that's what you're seeking, then I would say go for it, because closed mouths don't get fed, and not in these neck of the woods. Okay, so that's my thought process. And
all right,
you coming back in?
Yeah,
I bet you are.
Let me.
I bet you are. I bet you are. Come back on in, man.
Because
just couldn't be that simple for him.
Because now I understand your perspective.
Okay.
But I also understand the other perspectives. And, you know, Shay's right. Choose you. Do what you feel is necessary to do. But if you make a list of all the things that are going right, and then you make a list of all the things, or excuse me, the one thing that you feel is not going right, how is that one thing going to negate the great experience that you're already having? Oh, she's humming now. She's biting her tongue. Because nobody likes to hear the other perspective when they have a specific perspective and traditional values that they've been raised on. I'm just trying to offer some non-traditional thought.
Let them offer it, says the jury. Let them offer it. Go ahead on now, son. Say that again so we can make sure that we heard it for the people in the back. Did y'all hear it back there? Okay. Because, man, he talking some stuff.
Let me ask you this question.
Ask.
So, if you were, you know, a college student,
Mm-hmm.
and your parents nicely gave you a car,
Mm-hmm.
that car, they tell you, it's yours. However, that car is registered in your parents' name. The insurance is paid by your parents. If there is a car note on it, they pay it. Is that car yours or not?
No. It's not my car. Because they can take it back at any time that they choose to. Because it's not registered to me. They're paying for it. It's theirs.
And this is why men and women are different.
Because you would assume that it's yours. Is that what you would assume? It's your car? Because they gifted it to you?
If it's the car that I've asked for, if it's the car that they gave me the keys to, both sets,
it's your car.
It's my car.
Ask my son that question. So, long as I'm paying for something, and long as she giving up that ass.
You act like you're not giving up the D either.
Listen.
It's a mutual experience.
It's a mutual experience. However, okay, it sounds like it's gonna lead into Shay's topics. And I love it, and I can't wait to get there.
Here's the thing. She waited 3 months. He also waited 3 months.
Okay.
So he
90
wasn't
days.
forcing it.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't forcing it.
He probably didn't even
She's
initiate.
vested. He's vested. It appears that they both are wonderful people vested in life and giving. Okay. But I'm just telling you something, sir.
I'm listening.
This is important to know.
I'm listening.
That if you don't define things sometime, these is why people end up having problems later. Okay? So if she wants clarification, because that's what it sounds like that she wants, and she wants justification for what is actually going on between them, and she's asking, and it's a fear factor there that she's going to lose out on something. You're not going to ever lose out on anything. If something's meant for you, it will be there. And let me just say this again, because Maine said it in the beginning. We are not experts. We are just two people that have been through some shit. Okay? So take this with a grain of salt and understand that whatever you want in life, go get it. So if she wants this, if you want this, you go get it. Okay? And if it's not meant to be there, like I said, I'm more spiritual now. So I understand the aspect of there is no such thing as loss. Okay? There's energy, there's exchange. All right? And if that energy chooses to leave because you asked this question, that energy was not the right energy for you. And there is something and someone greater and better that will be coming to replace that. Because when something is taken away, something is replaced tenfold over. Okay?
Okay, so I'm going to sum this up.
Go for the sum.
With a couple things. So, you're assuming that if she asks a question, that the relationship is going to take a turn for the worse.
I'm not. She said she doesn't want to ruin a good thing.
She implied. She's implying.
Right.
Because that's how she feels.
That's her point of view. And I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. Okay. I said if. That was my words. If it goes that way, then that means that that person just wasn't right for you.
Now, here's where I think the only time legitimately words matter is when the relationship is supposed to head into a marriage.
And how will we get there? We just randomly just going and just proposing to people that we just...
It's not random.
Snapping and popping and putting in pretzels.
Random. It's not random.
Okay.
Most people know.
Okay, I'm gonna save it because I can't wait. Jesus, take the word.
Most people know who and when they're gonna marry somebody, and the fact that she believes that they're sexually exclusive, and I probably think it's accurate based on the fact of how much time they might actually spend together. And the fact that it's actually going well, the only thing that she has an issue with is the fact that she wants to hear him say specific sentence. He may actually eventually get to that sentence. But again, we don't know his personal experience. We don't know his traumas. We don't know why he is the way he is. But that takes time. Mm-hmm. What they say, 7 months, what is it? 7 months?
Yes. Give or take. They getting there. You know, they getting there.
Start getting around the year range. Mm-hmm. Okay, then, yeah, all right. You can start asking that question.
Right, but you think it's too early. That sounded like what you're saying.
I don't think it's too early. I don't think it's necessary because the actions.
The only action she spoke about was that she's having good sex and she's not disappointed in that.
What else is
that they having a good time. They have fun. So they have fun. I don't know if that's defining sexual fun or just fun overall. Okay?
And they hang out all the time.
Okay.
And apparently are exclusive sexual partners.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay.
To me, that says a lot, especially with a dude.
Mm-hmm. With a dude. That's
most men like it.
Yeah.
They're not gonna spend all their time with somebody that they're just smashing.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So, you know.
And the same thing goes for women. Because I'm sorry, please define this whole aspect of why we choosing to just say, you know, and people in general, you know, choose to be and do the things that they choose to do. So, like, for example, okay, I'm out here dating. Here we go. And if I don't feel like there's reciprocation going on, I'm not really going to put too much effort into you. Period. So.
Key thing. Reciprocation is not happening according to your feelings. If you have that feeling, boom. She doesn't have that feeling.
According to my feelings. What are you talking about?
You just said if you feel that reciprocation is not happening, there's no need for you basically to continue.
I didn't necessarily say that. I said there's no need for me to really put effort into the situation.
Because I might fading out.
It will. But I like that. I like when things fade out on their own, you know?
You don't have to take responsibility.
Be like, it was done. It dissolved on its own. But you know why it dissolved? Because I did whatever, you know? I felt like you didn't deserve that part of me. So, but I get but I get it. I get it for people who she really wants this. So if you really want this, go for it. You know what I'm saying? Because I know if it's something that I really want, I'm going all in. Period.
All I want to say to end this, and that what I was getting to, is to be patient. Give it time.
Right. And don't try to control everything.
Right. Pay more attention to the actions and what he's actually doing. And not allow your feelings, because feelings do change with the weather.
But it's also feelings, pride, ego, everything. Because number one, she's looking for that label, and it's, you know, that's the sad truth in a lot of situations where people want to, what you were saying in the beginning, define a situation. I'm like, listen, someone recently, and this ties into not necessarily that, but old boy hit me up and he's like, met him a year and a half or so ago. Hit me up and he's like, yo, I want to fuck you, Shay. I said, excuse me? Woo, we bold. Beautiful. I love truth. And I'm like, oh, just listening. And he was like, I'm just saying, you know, I don't want to sissy foot around it no more. I can't get you out my mind. I'm this, that, and the third. Mind you, we never did anything, okay? The most he did was suck my toes, okay? And, you know.
We haven't did anything, but the most he did was suck my toes. Do you know the toes are basically the nerve endings for your orgasm to begin and end?
Okay, but it didn't do anything for me. So I'm not. It didn't do anything for me.
Okay.
No, he wasn't. I was in that moment, in that time, extremely attracted to the person, and I was moved by his essence, and it was a connection. It really was a connection. But when I learned that he had other pieces to his puzzle, I said, you know what? This is the adult thing to do. I choose not to be involved because I'm not trying to deal with no drama. That just doesn't feed me. And, you know, Here I am over here like I'm trying to keep myself open for my husband, and I'm not trying to be second best to nobody. Period.
Mm-hmm.
So I said, hit me up when, you're unattached. because now it seems like you are, and I'm glad you was honest enough to tell me, but you wouldn't have told me if I didn't ask. But I do appreciate the truth. So fast forward to like what I just got finished saying. He was very blunt about what he wanted to do to me. Okay, so I said,
he was crystal clear.
He was crystal fucking clear. Yes, he was. So in my mind, I respected it and I appreciated it, but I was also like, okay, so that's it. You just want to fuck me because you haven't had the chance to do that. Like you.
Can I chime in?
Go ahead.
He is approaching you with a very selfish perspective, because if he was actually paying attention to you, he would understand that that's
not it.
Let me put it this way: you appreciate the honesty, but his honesty that he thought would work in his favor actually isn't, because he didn't pay that much attention to know where you at or what kind of person you are. Because I'm sure you reiterated your stance and your essence and what you on.
Yep. Yeah.
So somebody that is looking for her husband
is not looking for.
Is not going to be excited because you jump out the window and say, "I want to smash."
Right. Thank you so much, Maine, for that.
I'm just saying, like, that's common knowledge. We know everybody want, men, women, we all want to smash. Mm-hmm. Some want to specifically smash somebody, but also be specifically engaged in a certain type of interaction and relationship that means something.
Right. So for you telling me, basically preparing me like, I'm gonna give you the world, I'm gonna give you whatever you want, I just need you to be that person for me because I really believe that you are the one for me, but I'm in a situation, and because I can't leave that situation, I said, if you done, who the F done told you I am,
that don't even make
it don't make no sense. Exactly. I said, okay, so you rather stay in a situation that you unhappy in and pursue the person that you think you meant to be with. Okay, miss me with that bullshit. So I said, it sound good, but I don't think so. I'll pass.
I think the assumption of his unhappiness is the lack of engagement in that particular
lack of something. And bless his heart, because he is a attractive man, okay? However, your looks is not going to get you this pussy, okay? So I'm like,
nope.
I'm sorry.
No big purr over
none. Okay, you can lick as many toes as you want. It ain't happening, okay? But it was unbelievable. I was like, I think I'm having an out of body experience with this shit right here, okay? But I appreciated it. I appreciate the truth. I was like, you speak your truth, buddy. I'm here for that shit, but not gonna happen. So.
Yeah, he wasn't paying attention.
No, he definitely wasn't. So I'm like, pay attention to the whole process. That I want the whole shebang, okay? The man that is going to receive me is going to be a happy soul, okay? And that's it. And I'm not settling. So go ahead on.
There it is.
There we go. All right. So are we wrapping this question up? We good?
Yeah.
All right. We great. You on. Next.
This one's good. When does flirting equal this person tried to talk to me? Why do so many women think because a man complimented them or said something flirtatious to them, that automatically means that man wants them? Mr. Flirtatious.
Sounds like you. But I'm sorry. Did I say? I said she dropped.
Fired.
Made me flirt
I'm
his
gonna
ass
that
off. Oh my God! In a good way. I don't ever think that what you do is tasteless. So I'm just gonna say that. Would you like some more? Cause I'm just going to town.
I'm good right now.
It's like Maine's driving. I'll tell you, boy. Cause I'm like, I am about to tear this bottle up. Okay.
Go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish because I'm gonna respond to that.
No, don't respond to nothing. I just said it sound like you. That's all I said. You flirt a lot, and there's nothing wrong with it. There's nothing wrong with it. But you flirt with the right people. So there you go. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say.
Since I'm being put on the spot,
I'm sorry. You was put on the last spot.
that I'm feeling right now, and why I can appreciate this question.
Listen here. Sounds like Maine. But
so Shay told me
you should
early on that, I'm Mr. Flirtatious. That I seem to flirt with everybody. And everybody thinks that I'm trying to holler. So I can completely understand this question right now. However, as Shay got to know me, she got to understand
he's
that
a complete gentleman.
I'm quite a gentleman.
Complete gentleman.
And what can be assumed to be flirtatious was simple commentary.
That's it.
Social aspect. Whenever, here's what happens. Since I gotta talk and defend myself,
you don't
now,
have to defend nothing.
I
saying that
attacked,
you do not. You're not attacked. If I'm just saying that, it sounds like you flirt, and there's nothing wrong with that. I feel like I flirt. Do you think I flirt? I flirt.
You're very flirtatious.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
But here's the thing. What we need to get to understand is that woman perspective that assumes that in a social setting, say a nightclub,
right,
or an event or a party or something, that a man giving you compliments, or just being nice, gentleman-like to you, should not, in my opinion, equate to, "Ooh, girl, he was trying to holler at me."
People do that all the time. Because that's what they assume. You know what I mean? Where you could just be being nice. I know somebody currently that I'm dating who people are just, they throw panties at him. If he was a singer, they'd throw it on the stage because he has a light upon him and he is easy on the eye.
Oh, bless you. Corona.
No. That mean I'm telling the truth. Anybody who know when you sneeze and you telling the truth about the person.
Oh, that's that Brooklyn down south.
Exactly. No, he is really that type of person. So you have to, in order to be fucking with him, you gotta be securing your shit because this is the situation that you're in. Okay, where women are just like captivated by this motherfucker, right? So, with that being said, that doesn't necessarily mean that he's flirting with every single person that he comes in contact with. He is just like, I feel like you, a complete gentleman in terms of like raised appropriately, know how to open a door. You know what I'm saying? He would be the person that will go out and help a woman with all her shit because that's the right thing to do, right? So that woman would assume, oh, maybe he's trying to holler at me because he's helping me with my shit. But that's somebody who hasn't received this before. So when someone hasn't received something, sometimes they are just immediately like, oh my God, finally, somebody's looking at me. They're giving me that attention or whatever. And that's not necessarily the case. You're making me think
of, what's the movie? I'm Waiting to Exhale.
Yeah.
Where Loretta Devine's she's like, oh my God, is he looking at my butt?
Right.
Yes, he's looking at my butt.
Yeah, just insane. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, go ahead. I want you to finish your thought because what you got to say is way more important than what I'm saying.
Nah, you valid right now. Yeah. We all valid.
Yeah. So it's good.
All I'm trying to communicate from my perspective and many men that are like me perspective. We flirt because that is a level of communication, and it's also a way of lowering the angst.
Right.
A lot of women, some women, I won't say a lot, some women, at least some that I've gotten to know, have a different perspective on men in public, approaching them. It's almost like a personal competition war type thing.
With the male and the female?
Yeah, the interaction. All right, say you out. Say you at an all white party.
Okay.
There aren't that many attractive men. And then not so attractive men want to approach you in a manner, and those are the ones that's really trying to holler, let me get your number, and so forth.
Okay.
They don't get the, oh, he was trying to holler at me type of response. They get the, ew, go somewhere. Right?
Okay.
Then you have a gentleman who tries to intercede because they see that young lady is being basically harassed.
Right.
And that man, to try to calm that situation down and address that woman and be helpful, will say something nice and complimentary, and they might be the attractive man or one of the more attractive. I won't say the attractive, but at least more attractive than the knucklehead that was harassing them. So now they give that person that attention. That man's just being a gentleman. Okay. Because he understands the level of discomfort that can happen when you're being approached by somebody you don't want to be approached by.
Right. Okay.
So because the conversation or the flirtation is not directly sexual in nature, there's a level of comfort, so the conversation continues.
Okay.
Now, what I'm saying is the difference between flirtation and somebody actually trying to holler, that conversation can end without that man even asking that woman her name or a phone number or how to keep in touch or contact with them.
Okay.
So what happens, and I think what this question is about, and I think I could relate to this a lot.
I know that's right.
Is because the conversation was so good and cool.
Yep.
And the girlfriend's, oh, who's that? Oh, I don't know. You somebody trying to holler, you know.
Okay.
And that snowball effect, avalanche happens, and now all of a sudden you're labeled, oh, well, he tried to holler at me too, and all of this.
Yeah, but that's not even just the case. I get it, because I know you've gotten a bad rap in the community about, you and your approach and how, you are and all stuff like that in the past, not now, because I don't hear that no more.
Yeah, because I don't really bother nobody no more.
Right, I don't hear it at all. So,
and you also have to understand that, I'm the promoter sometimes of the event, or I'm the DJ, or, well, now I'm the DJ.
Photographer.
The photographer. Photographers, we're always going to try to do something to make you smile.
Right.
So we can get the picture.
Yeah.
Especially if we're trying to capture the classiest women.
Right.
The most well-dressed women. The most fashionable people in the venue. So we can make that event look great.
Okay.
Because one of the reasons I used to get booked so much, not even just in Albany, out of town, when I do go to events, it don't matter if it's packed,
right,
or it's empty,
right.
When you go to look on my website and see the pictures that I captured, it's gonna look like both events were just as popping.
Yeah, the quality.
And I'm always gonna get the best looking women and gentlemen in the venue, and I'm always gonna try to catch them in a flirtatious or flattering manner, I should say. Not flirtatious, flattering manner.
So let me just tell you something. Since he is disclosing the photography, tricks of the trade and for promoting and stuff like that. So we was at an event, right? It was in a poetry one, where it was like all the brothers got up and they did poetry and stuff like that. So I happened to have been at that event or whatever. And it was great. It was great. No, it really was great. I haven't seen some of these people in such a long time. But now since he's disclosing, when I went on his website, I was trying to figure out, I was like, well, fuck. I don't think Maine got not one picture of us up here. Like the crew that I was saying with at the table. So now I understand that he's trying to imply that we was
photography the only thing I was doing.
Whatever, Maine. You just said something. You posted pictures from that event on that motherfucking page. So Maine appears. Maine was taking them pictures, and his pictures say Maine Event. Okay, that's what's up on his motherfucking page. So now that we know the tricks of the trade, I'm gonna tell my people. I'm like, he just didn't think that we was the shit at the table. That's just it. Bottom line it.
You really flipped it like that?
That's exactly what it sounded like.
Are we talking about this relative?
I don't know. It must have been.
Is this Wellington event?
It must
where
have been.
Not only was I the photographer,
it must have been. It must have been. It must have been. I don't know, people. Dear Love and Lust, listen, we love y'all out there. That was one of the Love Jones. I'm gonna say it was a Love Jones event, and I just say I'm just trying to say I'm just trying to tell you, man, be treating me like garbage, and y'all gotta. I'm trying to get some champions on my motherfucking side. Okay, I'm trying to get y'all to be on my team. Okay, Lisa, where you at? I'm gonna need you to chime on in this vote. Okay,
so is this
I want
also
the comments.
The event where you came an hour late to?
No, I was not. That's a lie.
Yes,
that is a lie. No, I wasn't an hour late.
The event started at 7 o'clock.
I was not late. I was not late. The event, I was there.
Listen,
first off,
I DJ'd for almost an hour and 15 minutes.
The event started at 7. I came down at 7. So I was there on time. Right before as soon as they started the poetry, Ocasio got himself up there, and I was right there sitting in that seat.
You can go on MaineEventLive.com and you will see that the pictures are in chronological order.
You could see that he did not put Bklyn, Shay, and her peoples up there.
Because they arrived an hour late.
They was down there before I was. Hello. I had
see how the truth is coming out?
They was down there before I was.
You see how the truth is coming out?
Ebony, Tammy, who else was there? T.
I took a picture of the whole table.
Anyway, let's get on topic.
I did take a picture of the whole table.
This has to do with the flirtation piece of it. It's okay. It's okay. I get it. You know, I get it. They want the people that look like this big. Okay.
That's a lie.
They don't want no voluptuous, women. That's okay. I get it. You know, I get it.
She also. You know what? I'm gonna be quiet.
No, go for it.
Because this is not gonna be a war of Shay and Maine today.
Let's get it.
You try to get me the last podcast.
Let's
sucker punched me.
I did not. Maine know what he did or he didn't do. Would you like some more to drink, sir? Because you can't say I don't take care of you. You want some more to drink?
Shots fired.
Give me a cup. And we have merchandise. It's got a Dear Love and Lust cup right here. If you want one, Maine can tell you how to get it.
Just holler at Bklyn Shay. She got the cups. The sweatshirts and t-shirts will be back on MaineEventLive.com shortly.
Here you go, sir. See how I handed that off to him? See
what I'm starting to feel like, right?
Go ahead. What you starting to feel like?
The reason why Shay has been recently trying to throw these darts and shots at me
recently
is because I think there's something that I'm supposed to be doing in her mind that I have not done. See that? When I'm hitting points, you ever notice how she starts humming like that? When I start hitting solid points, like efficient, right on the bullseye. And that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to leave that alone.
We're going to leave it alone. Because he keeps saying he's going to show up, but I ain't see it yet. All right. Let's see. Where we going?
She talking hella shit right now.
Did you want to say something else?
No.
Oh, okay.
We going to go on.
You digress?
And finish this topic of the flirtatious thing.
Okay.
Because I need to hear also a little bit more from the women's perspective on when they feel flirtation has turned into a man really trying to holler and be interested.
So what do they need to do? When you post this, they definitely need to comment in the comment section. For real. Hit us back, give us that feedback and stuff like that, because we love it to be interactive. And we are going to definitely do a live one, because the live, you could right then and there answer people's stuff as people chime on in and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So we trying to, really get people to be on point with us on that level. So are we over this one? Are we still going?
I just asked you a question.
What did you ask me? Maybe I missed it because I was running my mouth.
Listening.
I am listening. I was listening, but I was also talking at the same time, so I wasn't actively listening.
I admit that. For the woman perspective of when does flirtation in your mind turn into this man was actually trying to holler at me and he was actually interested in me?
When he says out his mouth, are you free anytime? I would like to take you out on a date. That's when
I 100% agree.
Yes, that's when it has shifted. Okay, until then he was just being nice or flirting and thought you was a good eye candy.
So in defense of Mr. Flirtatious and Maine Event,
Yep.
if neither Mr. Flirtatious or Maine Event Live has asked you out on a date, has invited you somewhere else, has actually asked you your name, and gave our name as well as a contact information or actual card, and reached out and said, contact me, I would like to spend some more time, I'll have a conversation, a date night, dinner, whatever. 9 times out of 10, if they have not done that, they weren't really that interested in you. And you cannot go to your homegirls or anybody else that you see that particular gentleman actually showing real interest in to go and block and say, oh, girl, don't talk to him. He tried to talk to me.
Yeah, we've seen that happen.
Haters.
When somebody else, they just so interested. Or...
And that's the sad thing. They weren't even interested in the dude. They just mad that he interested in somebody else and not giving her any more energy.
Correct. Or when someone shows up to see you and the next person is like, "Oh, girl, introduce me. What am I introducing you for?
Why?
It's not necessary. You're not a threat, but I just don't need to go that far.
That's going to bring us to one of our topics that we're going to address a little bit later. All right. So
okay. You want to do it?
We're going to move on.
Okay.
Mr. Flirtatious, be you.
Pretty much.
And those that are accusing you of hollering at them, just let them know what the difference is.
Correct. You haven't asked them out. You okay?
Yeah. By
Goodbye.
finding the one that you're actually interested in and making sure there's a public display of interest and affection to that woman so they can understand the difference. I'm done. I digress. I took that a little bit personal, especially because Shay was trying to call me out.
I wasn't trying to call him out. I was just acknowledging the fact that it sounded like you.
You want to do 3?
I can do 3. Okay. Thank y'all so much for that. Okay. What is a sneaky link? Oh my goodness. This is coming from Mrs. Cougar in the training. She's a cougar. Okay. Forgive me. I'm naive to what that is. I think I might actually be engaged in one. There's a man I only call for sex.
Yes, women do that too.
Like, we cool, but only because we have good sex. I don't have any expectations of him other than when I call him to come over, he just needs to come over. No extra conversations. I don't need to tell you about my day. I don't want any money or ask for anything except the D. Sounds like a Jasmine Sullivan song. That's it. So is the man my sneaky link? Ooh.
Absolutely. And I'm mad I had the camera on me that whole time.
I'm so over it. It's
I was
okay.
in another screen.
It's okay. Oh my goodness. So, is she naive? Does she not know what a sneaky link is?
I think she's a more mature woman.
Yeah.
Based on what she said.
It sounds like it.
Training.
Right.
So she's not really up on
The
some
language.
of the vernacular and slang.
Yeah. If that's pretty much all you
But yes, that is a sneaky link.
Why
Because
is it called that?
if nobody else knows what you two, what y'all are doing, and you are only doing
A sneaky link up. Just add up to it, and then it sound better to you.
That's what a sneaky link is.
Sneaky link up.
Now, there's levels to sneaky links.
Okay, tell me about
You
that.
have the basic sneaky link,
Right.
where it's literally y'all just hooking up.
Mm-hmm.
The other sneaky link is when one of you or two of you are already involved with other people. However, those other people do not satisfy you, which is what we can back up to what Shay was talking about a little earlier. What probably homeboy probably was trying to set up with the whole
Hello.
just want to smash.
Right. He
He's trying to make you his sneaky link because he don't want to leave old girl.
Exactly. Okay. And I said, Shay ain't gonna be nobody sneaky. Do what?
Now she does appreciate your honesty because you allowed her to make a choice.
Hello.
But that choice is not in your favor, brother. I'm sorry to tell you that.
Not gonna happen. I was about to do I'm gonna do a little seance about that. I was like, what?
You know what's funny to me, right? So my like high school years, a little bit in the college years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would have a few very exclusive sneaky links.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not necessarily a person that was kissing and telling.
Okay.
But I also was very honest.
About.
So if somebody came up to me,
Mm-hmm.
my assumption is because they're asking a question in my own young need that they already knew.
Yeah.
And there was one time, and it was the homegirl's friend, the girl's friend,
Mm-hmm.
She was like, Maine, are you and y'all doing the deal? And I was like, what, she told you? You are doing a deal.
Caught you.
So of course she goes back and tells.
Of course she did.
And
now you look like the creepy guy that just told all the business.
And I never got that sneaky link ever again.
See what I'm saying?
So I've learned.
Shut your mouth.
Regardless of whether it's accurate or inaccurate.
Just look.
I don't say nothing.
Not a word. Not a word. Okay.
I don't say nothing. Because it ain't none of your business.
It truly is not. And grown people do grown things. And that's why I be so moved by some people when they be like, how many sexual partners do you have or whatever you doing and stuff like that. I'm like, none of your goddamn business. Want to know why? Because this is, last I checked, do you belong to Shay? You belong to her. I can do whatever fuck I want to do with that. Okay? And long as I'm safe and I'm good and easy breezy, good job. Okay? Because, people sometimes they take, oh my God, life so seriously and so serious enough that they automatically put limitations and expectations on people. And I don't agree with that. I feel I'm a free-spirited type of person. So it's like if I freely feel like I'm going to give you this ass, I'm going to give you that ass. Okay? So it's like that's, people perspective on things and how they look at stuff. Like I'm not doing that, but I'm just saying if I wanted to, I could.
I believe when people ask questions and do stuff like that, it's not because they really actually want to ask a question. This is just what they've been conditioned to do.
Mm-hmm. And
they don't have their own self-identity of conversation.
Come on.
Here's some things that I really never really got, right? You meet somebody, maybe it's an office party or whatever, or you're out and about.
Right.
You're clicking. Then they start asking questions like, well, what do you do? Mm-hmm. What type of job you do? Mm-hmm. Okay, why is that relevant and important to the conversation that we're having right now?
Correct, Mundo.
Who's your family? Do you have any kids? Wait, are we engaging in a relationship?
I love that question. I love that question. When they ask me that one, be like, "How old are you? How old are your kids? Like, what the?
How old are you?
How old are you? How old are your children?
In some aspect, age is very important.
Very, exactly. But when you go there and you ask,
I do see something wrong.
Do you have a are they? Yeah. I'm like, your child is way younger than mine. Okay, so if I'm choosing to deal with you, there's gonna be some type of surface level here. Okay, there's something going on there. Okay, but people are just funny. So
the reason they ask this question is because this is what they're taught is normal. Mm-hmm. They watch movies. They watch other people do it. Everything just seems like, oh, this is what you're supposed to do.
Right.
These are the important questions to ask. No, you're only asking the question because you don't know what to ask.
Right. And you need to ask the right stuff, okay? Can somebody claim you, okay? Is there a woman out here or a male that would be extremely pissed off if they see us together, okay? Are you exclusively dating or you like to hide behind the door?
Now, I do think those are important.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about initial meetings.
Yeah, your initial meetings that you having with somebody is surface. You know what I'm saying?
You don't need to
you don't got that deep.
Over time,
yeah,
those are very
if y'all seeing each other, exactly.
If you feel that there's a push up happening,
right? If there is something happening, I just recently was telling one of the guys that I'm dating, I said,
Go ahead, pimpin'.
It is not pimping. I'm dating.
Clap it up for Brooklyn
No, they ain't no
Shay.
clap it up for Brooklyn Shay. I'm dating. Okay.
That Brooklyn pimp hat strong right now. Look at that face.
Anyway, so I said to him, it's been a minute since we actually went out on a date. You know what I'm saying? Now, granted, I have been extremely busy. I've been doing events, been booked and busy for the most part.
Out of town a lot. Just really trying to live my best life as I can now that things started opening back up and stuff. And going to see family, because I really was going to see my family. I had, unfortunately, a death in the family. And I just been doing more because when that happened, that kind of like woke me up like, oh, shit. You know what I'm saying? So, a lot of deaths. Yeah,
it's been a lot of deaths. And it kind of just put me into a space where, I just felt like, I need to really get out there and live more, because I work so freaking hard that I was just like, you can't be doing all this work and you just don't get out and play. Now, granted, I would have took this person with me. Unfortunately, anyway, that's neither here nor there. So this particular person, I said, we haven't gone on in a while. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, not for nothing. Like, I'm not going to ask you out on a date. Like, you should be planning something for me.
Traditional values.
Right. Traditional values. So if you're not doing that, then to me, as Maine has said before, he's just not into you. Right. So I'm like, my ego is not getting in the way. My pride is not getting in the way. I'm like, we just on two different playing fields here, because you have not stepped up to the plate. So if you have not stepped up to the plate to do what you need to do, then I'm exclusively moving myself back, and I'm going to start putting more focus and attention on someone else. Okay. So, and I don't feel bad about that, because I've articulated that to that person, but the person was just like, oh yeah, like it's been a minute, whatever. I haven't really done that, but he finds time to go and do other shit. So I said what we talked about before. But it doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me because, again, we're not exclusive. We're just dating. So, but I wanted to make it clear that you can't have this level of expectations from me, because if you're not stepping up to the plate to really hone in on what's before you. So I'm like, and Maine knows, because I told him this, we talk very candid about shit. I'm like, I don't have time. So if I'm making time for you, some point I obviously must like you in some capacity or something like that, because it's just not gonna happen. All right, I could be doing a whole lot of other creative shit other than spending time sitting in your face, okay, or on it. Okay, so it's either one or the other. And so
that happens.
Right. So we need to come to some common ground that if we're going to be out here seeing each other in this capacity, then you need to step the fuck up, okay? Or step out, because you need to move the fuck over for the next person that could potentially sit in that seat. And that totally ties into the shit of, I'm sorry, I might be unfortunately having a little sneaky link, okay? So that, no, I said I might be.
How?
Not in this capacity, but if I needed to have a sneaky link, then that would be it, because I might be drifting into the younger waters. Who knows? So that's it. That's all I'm saying. At some point, you go there.
So what just happened here for me, from my perspective, was Shay was dealing with some deep, interesting topics, and then she went left.
I did. I completely went left. And I hope the people who was meant to catch it caught it, okay? Because I was speaking in complete code the whole time. And I know who's going to be watching this, hence the reason I said what I said. It's hilarious
right now. Because
and I'm like, let me tell you something. I needed to get that out on Front Street, okay?
So we just put a dude
on blast
in his humble grave.
Completely.
Earlier.
Completely.
For him putting out there his intentions.
Right. Oh.
And then Shay flips it towards this end of this interesting conversation and says, I might be having a sneaky link. How does that? See, this is why men are the way they are with some women. The gentlemen, at least.
Why?
Wait. I got a perfect example.
Why?
Right? I got a perfect example.
No, why?
All right, so on TikTok, right?
Forget about TikTok.
No, this is important.
Gonna tie in?
It is important.
Good.
There is a trend where, couples are doing this thing, right? Where the woman is in a position where she's either cooking or doing whatever, but she's slightly bent over, butt exposed. Man walks by smacking her ass, right? First time, she gets all upset. Why are you smack? Don't do that. Next scene, maybe it's a day later, or another time, or a little bit later. He walks by and doesn't smack on her ass. She gets hella upset. Why you didn't? Oh, you don't want to smack me on the ass no more? This is what women do, but never admit to doing unless they are caught on tape or audio.
I'm trying to follow this. So
she wasn't even paying attention.
I'm paying attention. I'm just trying to follow it because I know what topics I jumped from this one to this one to this one.
I didn't jump from.
No, you didn't. I'm just saying what I did. But go ahead.
Women have a tendency to say and do certain things in one moment, and then do completely the opposite in another moment. Now, I get it in my age of maturity. Now I have a level of understanding why that still will never equate to a man saying one thing and doing another. It just will never.
I feel convicted, and I feel like there's shots being fired that I'm just not even aware that they're being fired. But I'm gonna follow this shit up.
I'm a sniper. She likes to pull out the 12 gauge.
Listen to me.
I like to sit on top of the hill.
He really do, and just like
look down
and watch, and let me just fire.
Adjust the scope.
Right.
Feel for the wind.
Yeah, try to go for it. But what I'm saying to
wait for the perfect opportunity, and then I strike.
That's
and
what
when
he's
I
trying
strike,
to.
I hit the bullseye.
He ain't hitting no fucking bullseye, not over here. So let me just say this, okay?
Somebody said that I'd be the pro.
Anyway, let me just tell you something. At some point in time, I feel that I might dive into a sneaky link. I also said before that I would have a threesome with a dummy, with my husband. Not that part, but this part. So tying into your sexual favors and things that you like, and these link ups. I brought it up, but these link ups and stuff like that, there's nothing wrong with it, because if y'all two consenting adults, do you? Thank you, man. Okay, come on, give me something. It's been a minute that we've been on, we're on a page. Okay, so I love the fact that you are in training, but I feel like you have mastered it. So I would say that you're no longer take them training wheels off. Boop, 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 boop. You're actually doing it. Lincoln.
Yes, you are engaged in a sneaky link. Enjoy it. Have fun.
Have fun and just live your life. YOLO.
And the fact that you seem to be in control of the situation,
right,
is even better.
Even better. And we loving it, okay? So we all can learn from you, all right? I have not had a sneaky link. Thank you, Elite Woman. Let me tell you. Oh, yes, the fuck I have. I was.
We're not gonna. That's going to be in her book.
That was in my book. Yes.
That will be in her book.
Yep. Know who you are.
We're not going to talk about that.
We ain't going to talk about that. Play your role. All right. You ready?
Are we at the end? Or are we doing topics?
We doing topics.
All right, so you go first.
All right. He definitely wants me to go first, so I'm going to go first. So, my question is, do you feel that men have more of a problem with commitment than women?
No.
Dive in a little bit deeper.
Hold on, wait, let me do it again. No. Why do I feel? Because from my personal perspective, I've never cheated on a woman.
You are rare.
But I have been cheated on.
Okay. This is we talked about this before, because I've never cheated on a gentleman or a man or anybody. But I have been cheated on.
Now to go even more deeper. Men do not have a problem with commitment when they want to commit. What I believe tends to happen, especially with some women, is the misinterpretation that because they choose to be exclusive with a man, that man is willing and wanting to do the same thing with them. What ends up happening is they continuously get cheated on or their feelings hurt, but they stick with that man with the hope and the intention that eventually he will get his marbles together and pick her and do what he needs to do for them and their relationships. You're right there? You're right there? You trying to yawn? That wasn't a valid statement at all? Let me ask you this. How many of your friends complain about, or people that you know that are women that you communicate with, have complained to you about their man and their situation or him doing dirt?
None.
None at all?
None. I have a lot of friends that actually happen to be married, and the women that I'm around that are single, a lot of them are bisexual. So they really do not complain about they really don't complain about shit because they get the best.
I'm starting to believe
they get the best of both worlds. So I just think they're greedy and they just do whatever it is that they do. So I'm starting to believe
Brooklyn Shay might be in her ovulation period of menstruation.
Whatever. I don't even have that no more, sir. At all.
All right.
I don't.
We're sharing a lot right now.
We are sharing a lot. We always do. Occasionally we go there. So.
Okay. So, all right. That's not going to be valid with you. But you do know people.
I do know people.
That will stick with a dude that is not sticking with them. Yes or no?
That would be valid. Yes.
Okay. So my point is, they're sticking with somebody and committing to somebody that does not give or return that same commitment.
Reciprocation. Yep.
But they are blaming him.
Yeah, when they need to take ownership and blame themselves. I got you.
That's all I'm saying.
That's it. I feel you. No, I totally
agree. And that
agree
happens more often
than not. Than you think?
Than the opposite of, the dude wants to commit, but he makes mistakes. Like, you don't hear about the dude that really wants to be with somebody and makes mistakes, is what I actually meant to say.
That's what you meant to say.
You don't hear about, he wants to marry me and be with me and only me. He tells me this all the time. He slips up.
Right.
No, you don't really actually hear about that.
I think I don't know, like if we all just like kind of, here with my spirituality, looked in people's eyes more, directly in people's eyes, and have, right, without the or 1,000 blanks, yes. And really, like, the eyes are the gateway to the soul, and I feel like people tell you their truth through their eyes, you know what I'm saying? So somebody can't really blatantly make eye contact with you, not the, I want to fuck you, take you down, but, really just like, it's this deep, sensual, unequated, like you can't even explain it, type of vibe or whatever like that. When you get to that point, then that's I feel valid. Like that's valid, and then that's a level of commitment that both parties will feel like, yo, I could see myself being only with this particular person, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like it goes both ways with my question. I feel like the topic is in regards to us as human beings, as people who live in and trying to just figure out this ultimate thing in life. Like, everybody, when it comes down to it, just looking for love and looking to be loved, Here's
an opinion.
Can you not just disregard what I just said? You're just gonna say, here's the opinion.
Here's an opinion. I'm agreeing with what you just said. Yeah. I'm actually chiming in.
I didn't hear that.
I didn't even say what I was gonna say. I said, here's an opinion.
Here's an opinion.
You're assuming that I'm about to shoot shots at you.
I ain't assume anything. You see how this be going? Like, maybe really trying to come for me. I'm trying to tell you. You be trying to come for me on the low.
Chilling.
Which is sniper. Ready to go. All right, go ahead.
So, it is an opinion and a belief.
Right.
That humans have gotten so civilized that they forget that they are simply just as primitive as regular animals. They are themselves an animal species.
Facts.
There are certain things biologically by nature that we are going to do. But in the manner of civilization and, laws, governmental, all those things that have come into place to guide us into this level of civilization has put us in a position where at one time our animalistic nature allowed us to be very carnal and free.
Okay.
And we can reproduce with whoever we wanted to reproduce with.
Right.
But as we grew older in societies and intelligence grew, suddenly there are laws, traditions, ideas that said that behavior is not good for humans.
Right.
So now we have standards based on traditional ideas and beliefs that have limited our behavior. And as time goes on, we became shamed for behaviors that were naturally existing in us already.
I love
now, I don't think there was anything wrong with the growth of civilization and those traditional ideas and beliefs, because there is a level of validness that comes with the need for guidance and understanding and protecting the masses.
Okay.
Because one thing with animals, they go run rapid, but they are all very diseased species.
Right.
Fortunately for humans, a lot of those diseases don't come to us.
Thank God, because you can only imagine what it would be. A hot ass mess.
So,
So, can I tell you that kind of ties into my other topic?
Of course.
Yes, it does. Because do you really feel, given the fact that you said all of that, because I kind of guessing your answer off of that one, right? That you can potentially be in love with more than one person?
Yes.
Okay.
See, people don't, in my opinion, people don't understand what love actually is.
Right. Come on. I need you to bring it down. Let's go. Because this is the topic that we actually agree on. So go ahead.
You can love more than one person. But the challenge is you're not always going to be able to be with more than one person.
Some people do, because we do know in different cultures.
But that's what I'm getting to. Because most of us have been raised in certain traditional
Western
values
civilization
of monogamy and, that type of nature. Man and woman get married type stuff.
Right.
When you start going outside of those beliefs that you were trained and brought up in, everything gets scary all of a sudden.
Right. So
some people can step outside of the box and learn to move and behave differently. Polygamy is not polyamorous.
Exactly.
But there are people that learn that that's the same thing.
Yeah. Right.
And it's not.
It's not.
Everybody's mad at the LGBTQ community because they keep adding letters. Why are you mad at that? They are giving you distinct separation of what certain things are. Yes, it can get confusing to the traditional mindset.
Right.
I can't front sometimes. I'm like, what? What is that?
Right. But getting on the topic, back on topic, and you are on topic. It's still there. Yeah, but what I'm asking you, for you, per se, would you be exclusive in regards to your traditional values? Like that's what you hold into? You feel like would you ever marry again?
Yeah, I would only want to marry one person.
One person, okay, and just be with that one person.
Yeah.
But you do believe that you potentially could love more than one person and be in love with one
You
person.
can always love more than one person.
Yeah.
Love is not limited to monogamy.
Right.
Love and monogamy are not.
They don't coexist.
They're not.
Exactly.
There's not an equation that matches.
Say it. Because there's deep shit. There's levels out there.
See, the problem is when you go into monogamy, your love now then has conditions.
Mm.
When you deal with actual real love, it doesn't have those same conditions.
Okay.
Because it's not conditional.
Exactly.
That's why there are some mothers who know their sons are killers.
Unconditional love.
Will make sure that they go to jail for their crime, but they will not stop loving that child.
Correct.
That is theirs.
Mm-hmm.
But then there are people in relationships that will love each other to death.
Literally. Okay.
Right? Yeah. But as soon as that one person does one thing, anything, it could be big, little, small, whatever level you want to call it, that they don't want them to do, and it violates them in a way that they feel so violated, that relationship is over.
Yeah. Obviously, we both have been there for that.
That's not...
Yeah, that's not unconditional love.
Right.
And I get that. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I knew my husband since I was like 13, 14, whatever, and, you know, growing up with him and, you know, end up having the kids, get married, blah, 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 blah. We knew each other at a certain point in our life, you know? Like, we outgrew each other to some degree.
It happens.
But not that he didn't try to fight for his marriage, because he did. And I was not sold on the fact that he went and continued to do what he was doing. So I say that to say that where I'm at spiritually and where I have grown to be at as a woman, you know, it's like I know for a fact there are people in my past that I have oh my God, unconditional agape type love for, you know what I'm saying? But I know that I'm not meant to be with them, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, especially if the universe has not aligned those pieces to the puzzle. If it happens, future-wise, great, that's wonderful. But I know that there is someone specifically designed for me, given the fact that I got married so young, learned what I needed to learn. I'm at a place where my heart is still open to receive, and that I deserve to be happy, and I deserve to have somebody that shows up for me as much as I show up for them. So when you get to a space of that, then that means that you're looking for that level of exclusiveness, okay? Where no, that person is going to stop somebody from even trying to come into the core of like thinking that they have a chance with them. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I was, you know, really kind of fishing and asking those questions and stuff like that, because it's important. It's important for us as people to just show up for each other and to show up better than what we have been showing up, you know? And when we start doing that, I feel like relationships will be better, because people are being transparent, they being honest, and they're talking about the things now that it was a little bit taboo, or people just kind of just left it on red and was like, nah, I'm not going to go there. Why are you not going there? You need to go there, because that's how you're going to find out if this person really fucks with you. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you can continue to do the million different things that you're doing, but is the person, you know what I'm saying, like they have a codependency? Are they clingy? Do they really need you on that time? Because let me just fucking tell you, and this is for the people who out there that think they want to date Bklyn Shay. Let me just tell y'all something. Here we go. And Maine could chime in and talk about his shit as soon as I'll finish my stuff right here real quick. If you think that you want to date me, I need you to understand that 9 times out of 10, I'm not available. I need you to be comfortable in the skin that you're in, and know that there are going to be other men, females, and everybody else that's around that might hug on me and touch me, okay? That might call me. My phone, I have 2 of them. One might be available to you and the other one might not, okay? I also need you to understand that if I am traveling. I'm not traveling to go on a fuck fest. I'm traveling because I want to get the fuck out of Albany and I need to be dispersed, okay? Topic. And then the other piece to the puzzle is the fact that what I said earlier, if I'm making time for you, I'm really making time because you're somebody I want to spend time with, okay? I have people that I may just go to their house and just sleep because I like their company, okay? And you got to be comfortable with that because until we fucking exclusive, you need to understand that what you won't do, somebody else is open to doing it, period.
Well.
So. Go ahead on.
I'm going to chime in and I'm going to back up to something you said earlier.
Go for it.
In regards to our relationships that ended.
Alrighty.
All right, so back to
the topic at hand
of what you said. Like, our relationships ended, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I know I was just talking about, like, the conditions when people have their things that they decide, okay, because this person did this, I don't want this be with this person.
Right.
All right? Mm-hmm. With our situations, it's not equivalent to that. What end up happening is,
right,
we loved that person as much as we possibly could until that love that we had caused hurt or damage to us. I tried to continue my marriage. What ended up happening is it started affecting me physically and mentally. I was not well.
Right.
So your body knows.
Yes, it does.
And
I agree.
It will tell and it will give you the information you need.
Facts.
To spark you to do something different, and that's what happened in my belief in our situations.
I agree.
So it is possible to love somebody until it really hurts you.
There you go.
But the main reason I say it's possible to love two people because there are so many different people in the world.
Say that again. Come on now.
And you can come in contact with people that vibe with you on different levels and tap into different aspects of who you are.
Yeah,
that you have that love. The difference is people always take love and turn it into lust.
Right.
Just because you love somebody, and even if you are physically attracted to that person, does not necessarily mean that you're going to try to be with both people in that intimate sexual manner.
Yeah.
And if you do a Google search about soulmates and love subjects, you'll end up finding a link that will give you something that says most people have 3 loves and connection that they love.
Lifetime. Yeah.
Their life partner, which usually equates to the person they end up marrying, their soulmate, and their passion partner or something like that. It is a different word. But
twin flame, karmic.
Yeah. So, and that's just on average. There could be more.
And you do
and
meet
it could
them.
be less.
And they meant to come into your life to teach you a lesson. Like, you can't say, like, our viewers could definitely chime on in this. Like, every person that you came in contact with that, you know, came into your essence were there meant to teach you a lesson. You know what I'm saying? And you grew from that.
Magnetic energy that drew that person into you.
Correct.
And the levels of law of attraction or whatever.
Whatever. And they taught you something.
Or vice versa. That person had magnetic energy that drew you into them. So it is possible. And I think some people have to not be so sensitive and, you know, turn it into something bigger than it actually is.
Right. Like, I had wrote down, because I'm big on manifestation and stuff. So I had wrote down, like, what I wanted in my husband. Listen to me. I don't know if that was a setup by the universe or not. Because everything I wrote down that I wanted in a husband, I've been getting quite the opposite. And I find the universe is funny. Like, well, let me just see if you're going to stick with this motherfucker because you said you didn't want that. So if you didn't want that, why are you even entertaining it? You know what I mean? And I'm like, because they, like they say, they be coming in like a wolf in sheep's clothing. And they be so mesmerizing. And I be like, you know, the creative person over here just like, oh, this is so nice. This is so lovely. I'm like, I don't want nobody that smoke. I don't want nobody that do all this extra shit. Like, I want you to survive. So I'm really not with the cigarettes and all this other extra shit. You know what I'm saying? But I will entertain it for the period of time because maybe you choosing that you want to stop eventually. But when I tell you all the motherfuckers that I have been like, yo, I'm not doing it, but I would, oh my God, well, fuck this shit out of you. They all either smoke weed or cigarettes or some shit. And I'm like, I can't even imagine you being in my pussy because all that nicotine and all that shit just vibing.
But the difference is this.
Did you hear what I just said?
I just heard what you said. Yes. The difference is that people don't actually pay attention to, and I tried to touch on this earlier, is humans have a natural physical attraction to each other.
Yeah.
It does not have to equate into a romantic, loving, monogamous relationship.
I get it. That's why I said I'm dating.
However, regardless of how you're raised or whatever, if you want a monogamous relationship in a certain manner, you are allowed to have that.
Right. You just gotta go get it. You just gotta go get it. That's it.
But you're also allowed to decide, I'm horny. I am desiring this person.
Yeah.
And I know if I call this person, he's going to come. And we're going to come together.
Listen to me. This is so funny. But I'm telling you, this is the person that talk about sucking toes. I'm telling you, if I was my old self, I'd have been like, okay, let's go.
But
you understand what I'm saying?
Here's the problem with that person. He's involved with somebody else.
Exactly.
So it's not...
Yeah.
It's not conducive to do that because it's going to bring you problems that you don't need to have.
Yeah, it's karma. No, and it's like when you know better, you do better. So because say like if I didn't know this person existed, oh my God, like I don't know. So you coming for me. So what we do is what we do. But then when I find out if I still choose to stay, then you're going to get some karma behind that. And I'm like, I'm not... I don't like you enough to come with no damn karma because karma come back hard. And I'm like, nah, we ain't gonna do that one, not today. So for all those people who out there, like again, Maine and I said, we are two people that just be
enough City Girls and what's that other rap?
I have not a clue, but I'm just trying to tell you, we is not doing that shit, okay? But I feel you. Everything that you say is completely 110% valid. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we agree. We meant to love more than one person on this universe, on this planet. And our heart is not limited to just one. If that's the case, people who have all these children, including myself, I got 3. Okay, so then that means that I can't love the other one the way I love this one. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like that's a prime example of being able to love more than one person. Okay, period.
But so.
Any other topics?
I have one topic that I'm going to touch on.
Tell me about it.
I was going to touch on two, but it's so old news. It's already recirculated. We already found out more information about it.
Okay, so let's leave that where it's at.
We're not going to talk about it. I hate reality shows. That's all I'm going to say.
There you go.
So girls' trips and boys' trips are always assumed, as you mentioned earlier, to be freak fest.
Right.
That you're going with your homegirls to go hook up with random dudes.
Right.
Or you going with your homeboys to hook up with random chicks.
Right.
Or, you know, in this day and age, random girls hooking up with random girls and random dudes hooking up with random dudes.
Right. I've heard that.
Y'all watch too much TV.
Facts. Because the older people are trying to do what? Culturally. See what? The area. Learn about shit. Network. Come on. What are we trying to do?
So, all right. Now, let's talk about ladies. More often than not, when ladies travel, They are traveling in packs. They are staying in maybe 1 or 2 rooms. 5 to 6 of them at least, on average. Women don't like to smash in front of their friends.
Nope.
Unless they have smashed their friend.
Yeah, I guess so.
Dudes gotta relax. Men have more difficult, even if they have the intention of going on a trip to smash random chicks. It's very difficult for that to happen. Because most women are on guard, like, Even the ones on the girls' trips.
Right.
In my personal experience and understanding, and just from the people that I know and see. I used to do Miami Memorial Weekend every weekend. I will admit, some people do smash.
A lot.
But those people that have smashed have been in communication leading up to that. Majority of the time.
All the time, yeah. Like they're going to definitely link up with somebody and connect.
They are familiar. Now, alcohol does play a part.
Yes, it does.
But those tend to be regretful moments.
Right.
So a lot of people try not to. That's why you always have the one girlfriend that's blocking. Come on, we got you. No, we're leaving. No, we came together. We leaving together.
Right. But that goes both ways. But I'm just trying to tell you that for me now, in this age, my kids are older. You know what I'm saying? Like, they self-sufficient. I've sacrificed a lot of my younger years. Like, now, I just really just want to explore the world. So that's just what I'm choosing to do. I'm not exploring the world looking for dick. Okay? I please. Okay?
Women don't have to travel for get that.
No, do not have to travel to get that. Now, when you go out and you know you're whoever you are, so that's why I feel like the insecurities come in with people when they know who you are and they know what you bring to the table and they know what other people might potentially see in you. That's where the fear factor fucking comes in, because it's like, oh shit, somebody else might snatch her up, or him, you know what I'm saying, whatever it may be, because you know that you're not putting 110% into that person. So that has to do with that own individual person and their own ego shit or whatever. But if you know your person, the content of their character, then you know that's not what they doing. You know what I'm saying? That they're going on a trip, you know what I'm saying? So
now I will say this, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen at all. But what I'm saying, it doesn't happen as often as y'all people be making it seem like y'all, like, social media, homegirls, homeboys, y'all be going extra.
They be doing too much.
And most of the time, some of them homegirls and homeboys be going extra because they want to be in your position.
Right, and they hating.
So they create
the drama. Woo! Come on now. Yes, the hell they do. And I done seen it most recently. They're not. Okay? Just drama. I'm like, get a life.
What people don't realize, right, is those type of friends are usually the friends you only go out with. Like, y'all don't really hang out at each other's home. Y'all go out together.
Exactly. It's not that type of vibe.
Y'all don't have a real, like, there's nothing that has tested your friendship.
Hello. And you,
because
those
the
ones,
only time y'all hang out is to have a good time.
Yep.
And be out.
Yep. And that's it. And I totally, I respect that and I agree with that. You know what I'm saying? Like, each person is different. And, you know, on here, Dear Love and Lust, it's like we talking about everything. We talking about the things that, you know, potentially have happened, the things that will happen, the things that you may want to happen, and the shit that you just going through, like real stuff. And that being transparent enough to put our own dirt there on the table. Like, this is some stuff that is really lively happening actively right now. Like, for me, I'm like, I would like to just like exclusively date one person. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really would like to do that. And when that person shows up, then maybe I will, you know? And it just is that, you know what I'm saying? That's why I told you, be open to like really seeing people on that type of level. We talked about the dating apps. We're gonna have that on the next topic. Like, I really want to put myself back out there on one of them.
Have the next show. We're gonna talk.
We going live?
Somebody asked me, right?
Or number 20, should we go live? Which one?
Yeah, 20 will probably go live. So somebody had asked me, why am I single?
Right.
I literally made a list that could have been pages long.
Shit.
Because I know why I'm single. There's certain things I prefer.
Right.
There's certain things I desire. There's certain things I expect. There's certain things I want.
Mm-hmm.
There's certain things that I know may be expected of me.
Right.
Some of those things I can do, and some of those things, no.
Right. Right. How long was the list?
It was pretty long.
Like 2 pages?
Well, I was going to post it on Facebook in response to the person
that asked the question. Okay. Yeah, no.
Because it's like, I know why I'm single.
Right.
And I'm not the person that's sitting there like, why am I single? No, I know why.
Right. Do you feel offended by, like, listen, and this is us asking each other questions. Like, do you feel offended when people be asking you that question? Because, like,
depends on the person.
Depends on the person. Okay, so somebody has said that we had the retreat for Her Temple. Shout out to Her Temple Monologues. We just celebrated 9 years, our anniversary and stuff like that. Woo! Right? So they love to bust my chops. So when they talk about,
do they?
My controlling nature. They talk about this. They talk about that. They talk about a lot of the negative stuff. But then they also chime on in, because of Shay, this, that, and the third, whatever, right? So I take the good with the bad, whatever I can get. So they have been around for some of my, unfortunately, some processes. And my reaction to some of the processes, all right? A lot of the ladies that I'm close with. Now, I'm not a violent person.
I'm not laughing at you. I'm laughing with you at this point. Okay? Go ahead, continue. Sorry, that was funny.
The rap that I have around Albany, and this is what is irritating me so bad. Now, I don't give
I've never seen Bklyn Shay in a violent altercation or argument.
Thank you, Maine. Okay,
actually, one with a dude though. He deserved that. He deserved the tongue lash.
He deserved it.
All right, go ahead.
Right. So, I'm not a volatile person, but if you bring me there, I'm gonna finish it. So, so the ladies were talking and they was having like a whole process about my experiences with people, places, and things, right? And one particular situation, right, was like, Shay's crazy. Now, a local barber, right? I will not go no further. Him and I have had some extreme situations together. And not for nothing, he was my friend first, so I still have love for him on that level, but I won't fuck with him. Okay, so anyway, so he told somebody that is like a brother to me. He was like, yo, why you ain't tell me Shay was crazy? So I said, now if I hear this shit one more motherfucking time. So the whole thing is that, and this is why I get offended by it, because, and this is for women and men in general, because I'm not just talking about myself. Don't label somebody crazy when you do fucked up shit to them and they react unlike somebody else that would probably let you just kind of graze on by. Okay? So I'm not that bitch, and I'm using bitch loosely. Okay? If you do something, and I'm gonna say it's my upbringing, because I grew up around very strong, independent women. When you do something to violate me, it's the principle of the fucking matter that you're gonna end up. I'm gonna let the universe and the spirit take care of you, but I'm gonna show you something in the process as well. And not for nothing, you deserved it. So that doesn't make me crazy. That makes me. I'm not that motherfucker to fuck with, and I'm just gonna tell you that.
I want you to embrace that crazy, and this is why.
Go for it.
People call other people crazy when they don't understand them. So if you are beyond their understanding, you're crazy. They call Einstein crazy. They call Malcolm X crazy. Martin Luther King crazy.
Truly.
They call so many people of greatness.
Thank you.
High intelligence, high stature. accomplished folks.
Mm-hmm.
Crazy.
See how he could reframe that and make it sound so good? I'm here. I'm listening.
So when somebody calls you crazy, that's a compliment.
Okay, I'll take
it. Because what is actually happening is, I don't understand her. I am limited in my understanding of her perspective.
You got that right. You got that right.
Like, it's not rocket science. But people make it rocket science.
They do. Just like a guy told me, "Oh, you don't know love. Love is difficult. Love is hard. Love is this." I said, "The fuck you? Who told you that? And who taught you? Who raised you to teach you that love is this difficult? No, it is not."
You know what? Let me break something down.
Come on now, man.
A lot of women believe.
Come on.
That men don't want to get married. It is inaccurate, however, valid. Let me break down some phrases, right?
Get for it. Go for it. Get it and go for it. I'm gonna drink.
Hey, Dad, how you and Mom doing? Oh, the old ball and chain is all right. The old lady's all right. We good.
Insult to injury. But go ahead.
When you're about to marry somebody, the advice that everybody appears to give you, it's going to be hard. It's going to be challenges. It's not going to be easy. There's going to be a lot of stuff that you're going to have to deal with. Blood, sweat, and tears. War. You're always at odds with the person that you're supposed to love, based on the experience of other people who tell you these things.
I don't believe that. Not now. I don't. But I know
when you look at as much of the rom-coms and all these things, especially when where the parents are like, a little older and involved, and they're trying to help fix the situation between the two lovers, there's always this long, extensive speech about how hard marriage is.
And it's not. Excuse me.
So imagine you start to have a level of consciousness about love and relationships around 9, 10-ish. You know what I mean? You're exposed to it. Your parents are watching the PG-13 movies, so they'll let you watch and stuff. Right. And these rom-coms have given you information to believe marriage is difficult.
It is not.
When that cycle continues, you go older. All these other movies, these TV shows, you're watching Breakup. You're watching Martin and Gina. Martin and Gina was a very loving but highly toxic relationship.
Toxic as a fuck.
It was purposely done that way because there's comedy in that toxicity.
Yeah. Gotcha.
But what people don't realize is it manipulates your thought process on what marriage and love is. The people, in my opinion, that I know that have great relationships and have been married, they didn't learn from TV. They learned from their parents because their parents had great relationships.
Yeah, that is true.
Marriage was not hard to them.
Right. Exactly. And you've seen a different level of love. Like my mom and pops have been together. They just celebrated 32 years or whatever. My step pops anyway. But my second dad, I don't call them my step pops. But anyway, so I'm like, that's beautiful to me. Though I witnessed them arguing.
My parents have been married 40 years.
Yeah, that's beautiful. And it's like, and it's not without struggle. It's not without problems. But they stuck it out and they chose love over anything else. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the person that I know that if shit hit the fan, that person would be there for me the hands out. They'll be there. And that's it. A
disagreement is not struggle.
Thank you.
It's a different perspective is not struggle.
I agree with that.
And a lot of people equate because somebody doesn't agree with you.
Right. It's over. excuse me, I'm done. You're just get away from me. I can't take it no more. Why did you just say that? You don't agree with me. I don't have to agree with you. That's your point of view and that's my point of view. And as long as
you squeeze the toothpaste on top, I squeeze it on bottom.
Hello. You put
Why is that an issue?
You know the roll of toilet paper? Do it fall from the bottom or do it fall from the top? You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is like, whatever. Oh my God, is she messy? Do you live in clutter? Whatever the fuck it may be. And I'm saying to myself, like, y'all people are there's something warped in that perspective about things. But I agree with you on so many levels where it's like our parents and we witnessing this love. You know what I'm saying? Witnessing this greatness that when it didn't work out for me, I was like, the fuck? You know what I'm saying? So here it is. Like, this is societal. I was prom queen, right? So it's like, okay, she's prom queen. She's this, she's that. Low key brag. I'm fucking low key brag. But those are statuses that people put you at. You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm going with it. Is that, you know, people from my high school, they came to my wedding. You know, this, that, and the third. Like, oh, Shay, they knew I was going to marry this particular person, right? Whatever, okay? So when the shit was dissolving and I was seeing that this person wasn't bringing out the best in me. This person was abusing me. He was mentally fucking me. You know, whatever the case may be. And I knew I had to leave it. I only stayed because of societal shit. That you not... Who is not going to stay in a relationship with Shavina? Not Shay, not Bklyn Shay. Shavina Richardson. Who is not going to want to love this woman? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? And like, I have this whole notion that, oh my God, that was prom queen. Like, yo, how's she getting a divorce? How's she doing this? How's she doing that? It was all societal stuff. And then when I took my power back and I'm like, yo, not for nothing, nobody's life is perfect. You're not meant to stay in anything that's breaking your spirit, that's breaking your soul, that somebody does not see your worth, your value. And if they choosing to go outside of that, now, could I have stayed and tried to work? Yeah, I could have. But I also knew at this pivotal point in time when somebody physically has done something to you, it's time to go. You know what I mean? And it's like, I'm not giving you the opportunity to do that shit again. You know what I'm saying? So, and had that not happened, Maine, her temple would not have been developed. It wouldn't even exist. Okay? But because I needed to take care of my temple, because I needed to truly do what I've been put here to do, this is how all of that adversity turned into something extremely positive that has helped a multitude of women in this whole capacity. So I don't take that lightly. You know what I'm saying? That's a huge, somewhat burden to carry, you know, but it's a beautiful one at the same time because I learned, and you have to live and you learn, and then you know what you want in life, you know? So those are the things that you keep in the forefront of your mind, is saying that I deserve happiness. You know what I'm saying? Because so many of us believe that we need other people to make us happy. No, you deserve to make yourself happy. So choosing that is you choosing you. You know what I'm saying?
That's another reason why I'm single. There's
exactly.
A lot of unhappy women where I'm at in my areas. Mm-hmm. A lot. And their unhappiness have nothing to do with me.
Yeah.
Nor does their happiness has anything to do with me. I can do things that make them happy.
Right.
But it's not my responsibility.
Are you still getting nudes?
Not recently.
No.
I'm kind of not really engaging.
Out there. Focused on yourself, your health, and your wealth. Gotcha. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm with you on that one.
Because it's at this point, like, what will happen will happen. Mm-hmm. I understand my patterns. I understand what tends to happen in my situations.
Do you have the same experiences in terms of, like, this is male female type shit? Do you feel like, do you have the same, remember I talk about the people who smoke, whatever, that keep coming into my aura? All do you still have the same women that, like, the same repetitive shit that, you know, this never ends well?
So I am also a person on my list. No, I don't want a smoker, right? Especially weed or cigarette. Don't matter. Either or, no smoke.
Come on now.
Right? Like, I don't even want to DJ hookah gigs at hookah spots. No. All right? However, I do meet a lot of people and women that smoke, that are cool, that would be a dope relationship until we have to live together or be in each other's space, and you realize, no, dude,
Not so much.
I don't do the smoking. If you want to do that, that's fine. I'm not going to try and change you. So that's one aspect, right? You have to understand who you are.
Right.
And when you do, other people should also understand who they are. So, like, even with the toothpaste thing, right? If you know somebody squeezing the toothpaste from the top bothers you, why force a relationship with that person?
Hello. OCD is real.
Yes, okay, it's the one thing, right? But if that one thing really puts you over the edge, yeah, I'm not.
You know
a
how
fan
I
of
knew
it.
somebody wasn't for me, and this most recently did not, is when the person said to me and acknowledged like a subliminal that he wasn't saying but said, was like, oh, that's one thing off the list that we don't have in common. And I said, oh, motherfucker, you got a list in your head of this shit? Not that I don't think that people have one. But when he said that, I was like,
He
So do you
said
think-
it and brought it up at the wrong moment
Right.
in time.
And I said, so you're saying that just mirrored it up to me like, okay, so you're looking for faults. You know what I'm saying? So it's like when you're looking for an issue, 9 times out of 10, you're going to find one. You know what I'm saying? Because you're looking for it. It's
My
like,
problem is I
if
don't
it's-
look, I think.
listen.
Because I get engaged in situations that seem so great and grand. And then something happens. And it's like, how did I not see that?
Right.
And I didn't see it because I wasn't looking for it.
And I be seeing it, but because I be so harder on myself with like not checking people off, because I be like, the moment they do something that's a red flag, I'm out. You know what I'm saying? So I trying to stop running. Okay, like that fucking song. She's a runner. She's a track star. I'm like, you did something I don't like. I'm out of here. Good job.
At least you're saying it now.
Yeah, I am. You right? Because before I wouldn't even say it. I'm like, pew, I'm done. Maine.
Yo, Shay.
Yo, I'm
This is like third message. I'm leaving you. You haven't hit me back. Is everything all right? You good?
right. I'm like, I'm over it. Okay.
Yeah, I'm you know, you want me to come
Yeah.
over dinner? What's up? Let me know.
Right. Yeah. She has left the building. Houston, she's left. Where did she
Yo,
go?
Shay. Why you got like 20 missed calls?
Like, I ain't fucking with that motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's sad but true. And it's just like, you just want to be in a space where someone, oh my God, I know I sound like a broken record, but for all of us women and men that's out there, like, you just looking for somebody to reciprocate the same shit. It's not that difficult. It's like, my God, if the weekend comes and you know that your woman is only off on the weekend, would you not be out here trying to do the most and plan some shit outside of your own self?
To a degree, there is a valid expectation for that to happen, but you also understand we are dealing with grown children. Not necessarily that they're immature as a person. They just don't have the growth or maturity in the relationship aspect that some others do. And it's only because they weren't taught.
Right.
Or they didn't have the experiences. You know how many people used to lie about, you know, not being a virgin when we were younger?
Yeah.
there are people that really didn't actually lose their virginity until their mid-20s or 30s or whatever.
Societal shit, yeah.
But
like it was cool to say, "Oh, I lost my
virginity."
virginity."
To the public, it seems like they've been getting at it and going crazy forever. You know, the chick in the middle of the dance floor was always labeled a hoe, but the chick in the middle of the dance floor, that's when she got off. Right. She didn't have to go home with anybody after that.
You told me that, yeah.
Like, you know, but the perception is always the opposite.
Yeah, it is. It's kind of weird. Like you know, I want to be doing. I really want us to do this, and I want you to make this happen for me. I would like to have a panel.
Go putting on the spot again. Oh
I am. God. No. I would like to do a panel, and this is not just about Bklyn, Shay, okay, but a few women that I know. I would like to do a panel with our exes. That's what I would like to do. And hear me out, whether they involved or not. You don't think that's going to go well?
Hell no.
I would like to do a panel. No, because this is where I feel the healing will come in at. You understand what I'm saying? Where people need to heal their heart chakra. People need to heal their trauma, their past, and different things like that. Only the people who was willing to do it. No, listen to me.
Here's the difference.
This shit would be epic. Listen to me. I really feel that if we had people who were willing to participate.
That's the key.
That's what I'm saying. No, listen, hear me out.
I am listening.
Willing to participate in this scientific experiment, okay, where you heal those traumas, okay, and you move past it. And that, okay, if this person is married, this person has a significant other.
Have to hire security.
We would probably have to do it. But what I'm saying is that I really think that it would be entertaining. I feel that it would be beneficial.
Reality show entertaining.
It would be beneficial to not only that, because I'm telling you, I'm open to being a person that's willing to participate. Whether or not the people who fuck with me willing to do it and be honest about it, because a lot of them was fucking with me while I was fucking with somebody else.
That's the problem.
That is the problem. Right. Sneaky links.
They can't.
But I would really like for that to happen, because guess what? There was somebody always before you with the other person. You understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to know that your person had something before you. So, and after you or during you, whatever.
That's an idea. We're going to work on that.
We could work on that, because I like that. I'm willing to participate. Man, you going to participate?
That might be season 2.
You going to participate?
No.
I'm about to participate.
I do have ex-girlfriends.
Right.
That honestly, if I go down the list, majority of my ex-girlfriends are still cool and will talk to me and vibe with me and vice versa.
You ever saw that episode of Steve Harvey where he had an ex on it, and she wanted to know from him, what could she have done differently in order to save their relationship? And he said, at this pivotal point, like, agreed, nothing right now, but back then, he said, I needed you to be more present and available for me, which reminded me of Love Jones. When that point where he said, when he was going through the shit with his father and everything, not Love Jones, Love and Basketball.
What's hilarious about that, from my opinion? Mm-hmm. Him saying that to her, right, was exactly probably what he wasn't doing for her. Correct. Because he did not show up. Dream. He was chasing his exactly. So you can't. I'm gonna shut up. No, I'm gonna leave that.
Don't shut up, because that's the.
Nah, we run out of time.
Anyway, we are, but y'all get the point. Stay tuned, because we definitely coming back for that. So anyway, this ends and this concludes Dear Love and Lust on so many levels. But man, go ahead, tell them about what's going on. What's happening on your end?
All right, so nothing much right now.
Okay.
You know, outside is actually open. Mm-hmm. Outside is almost really outside again.
Correct.
So eventually, you know, I was doing passport Saturdays, but nobody was really actually coming out supporting that. I don't know if it was a spot. I don't know if it was food. I don't know if it was me. I don't know if it was Ronnie Bop, the music, or whatever. Right. It wasn't hitting. Okay. So, you know, 3 strikes for me.
We're out. Tap out.
All right. It didn't work. Okay. We move on to something different. I may do something for my birthday in July. After I come back from Jamaica.
Wait. Back it up.
It's a wedding.
Oh, okay.
But I'm going to be there for a few days. That'll be my mini vacation. Okay. Definitely might do something for DJ Biz's birthday in August. We might even do some block parties.
Okay.
Some pop-up block parties. I don't know. We'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, we chilling.
Okay.
We chilling.
That's what's going on. Okay.
So
That's it. Well, on my end, trying to be booked and busy. We got a couple of events happening here down at the headquarters of H.E.R. And I'm traveling this summer, just trying to be out of Albany and places, people, places, and things, and enjoying life. I'm really, honestly, I'm in a very, very happy space, and I appreciate the people that are in my circle, people that surround me. I appreciate you, Maine. I thank you so much for just the opportunity, and I'm just living, just trying to, at least, nothing else. And just enjoying it. So we have
live life.
Yeah, live life for sure. So we definitely want you guys to do what? Send us those questions, topics,
dearlovinglust@gmail.com.
Come on now. We want you to go in there and look at the merch and stuff. Maine always doing his little stuff. And you definitely can get the Dear Love and Lust glasses, okay, if you would like them. Very cute, could get two little set, whatever. But
inbox Bklyn Shay how to order.
Yes, please do. Inbox me. I liked it. And it's a lot of good things that's coming down the pike. I just want to, shout out every single person that supported Dear Love and Lust thus far, that continues to just encourage Maine and I and say that we hilarious and also the type of stuff that they be saying. I
shout out to all the lurkers that don't say they support him, but they watch every episode.
H.E.R. Okay.
Shout out to analytics so I can find out that information.
Yep. Appreciate that on so many levels, and we get them numbers. Maine get them anyway. Anything else you want to say?
No, this concludes the 17th episode of Dear Love and Lust podcast. Make sure you follow us on maineventlive.com /Dear Love and Lust and our Facebook page, Dear Love and Lust.
Absolutely.
We will be now putting full-length videos on both Maine Event Live and Facebook page. Maybe even the YouTube.
Okay.
The merch and apparel online store will be back up soon, so pay attention when it's back up. Make sure you go get your Dear Love and Lust t-shirt or hoodie.
That merch.
Follow Bklyn Shay on all social media.
Please do, and support the cause.
Check out her temple movement and all upcoming ventures. And once again, if you have any questions about love, sex, or relationship questions, email us at dearlovinglust@gmail.com.
Anonymous.
And we will respond to them in a future episode.
Absolutely. So we would like to say peace.
We out.